planet, planet, planet.
A large, round object that goes around a star or sun is what we're talking about. Here is a sample sentence. The Earth is one of 8 planets in our solar system.
Plantation, plantation, plantation.
A place where crops or trees are grown on a large area of land, often with many workers to help take care of them. Here is a sample sentence. The large estate was once a thriving sugar plantation, but it had been abandoned for decades. In this example, plantation refers to a large agricultural estate where crops such as sugarcane are grown.
Plaster, plaster, plaster.
It's a type of soft, wet mixture used to cover or repair something, like a wall or a broken bone. It hardens over time to become strong and stable. Here is a sample sentence. The doctor applied a layer of plaster to the broken bone to help it heal.
Plastic, plastic, plastic.
It's something that can be molded or shaped into different forms, but then keeps its new shape, even when you're not applying pressure to it. Here's a sample sentence. The water bottle was made from plastic and had a tendency to crack in cold temperatures.
Plate, plate, plate.
It's a flat, round thing used to hold food or other things. Here's a sample sentence. She carefully placed her dinner on a clean plate and sat down to eat.
Plateau, plateau, plateau.
A point where progress or improvement stops and things stay the same for a while. Here's a sample sentence. After months of steady progress, the company's sales finally reached a plateau and stopped growing. In this example, plateau refers to a period of time when something, in this case, sales, has stopped increasing or improving.
Platform, platform, platform.
It's something that people stand on or use to reach something else, like a stage or a raised area. Here is a sample sentence. The company's new e-commerce platform allows customers to easily shop and purchase products online.
Playwright, playwright, playwright.
Someone who writes plays for theater performances is called this title. Here's a sample sentence. The renowned playwright Tennessee Williams wrote many iconic plays that are still widely performed today.
Plea, plea, plea.
It's an expression or request made to someone, usually asking for something or trying to persuade them to do something. Here's a sample sentence. The lawyer made a heartfelt plea to the judge, asking for leniency in her client's sentencing. In this example, plea refers to an emotional appeal or request, often made in a formal setting, such as a courtroom.
Plead, plead, plead.
This word means to ask or beg for something, usually because you really need it or want it very much. It's often used when someone is trying to convince another person to do something they might not agree with. Here's a sample sentence for the word plead. She begged her lawyer to plead her case in court, hoping to get a lighter sentence. In this sentence, the verb plead means to make an earnest and often emotional appeal or request, usually in a formal setting, such as a courtroom.
Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure.
It's a feeling that is enjoyable or satisfying, often because something is fun or makes you happy. Here is a sample sentence. The warm sunshine and cool ocean breeze brought me great pleasure as I spent the day at the beach.
Pledge, pledge, pledge.
It's a promise or agreement to do something, usually for a good reason or to help someone. Here is a sample sentence. The student made a pledge to volunteer at the local animal shelter every month. In this example, pledge means a promise or commitment to do something.
Plight, plight, plight.
It's a situation where someone is having trouble or problems, often because they're in a difficult or unhappy state. Here's a sample sentence. The struggling single mother's plight was highlighted by the local charity, which provided her with food and shelter until she could get back on her feet.
Plot, plot, plot.
It's a sequence of events that make up a story, usually with a beginning, middle, and end. Here's a sample sentence. The writer spent months crafting a complex plot that would keep readers on the edge of their seats until the very end. In this example, plot refers to the underlying story or sequence of events in a novel, play, or other form of storytelling.
Plough, plough, plough.
It's a tool used to turn over soil, making it ready for planting or other uses. Here is a sample sentence. The farmer used his plow to turn over the soil in preparation for planting crops. In this sentence, plow refers to a farm implement used to break up and aerate the soil.
Pluck, pluck, pluck.
It means to take something out or remove it, often with some force or effort. Here is a sample sentence. She had to pluck the thorns from her rose bush before she could prune it. In this example, pluck means to pull or remove something, in this case, thorns, from its original place.
Plug, plug, plug.
It's something you put into a hole to stop things from leaking out or to make something work properly. Here is a sample sentence. She plugged in her phone to charge it before bed. This sentence demonstrates the verb form of plug, which means to insert something, in this case, a cord, into an electrical outlet.
Plumb, plumb, plumb.
This word refers to something that is straight up and down, with no tilt or lean. It's about being perfectly vertical. Here's a sample sentence. The plumber had to dig up the entire pipe to find the leak, which was located right next to the plumb line that marked the center of the house. In this sentence, plumb is used as an adjective to describe something, the line, that is perfectly vertical or straight.
Plumber, plumber, plumber.
Someone who fixes pipes and water systems is called this person's name. They help make sure people have clean water to drink and use. Here is a sample sentence. The plumber fixed the leaky faucet in my kitchen and had it working perfectly within an hour.
Plume, plume, plume.
It's a long, thin piece of something that sticks out from something else, often used to decorate or show off. Here's a sample sentence. The peacock's vibrant feathers were adorned with long, colorful plumes that rustled softly in the breeze. In this example, plumes refers to the long, showy feathers on the peacock's back.